So this is the 1110 episode of Chiefing with the Chief. It's 1110, born again. Gotta get in my seat. Get comfortable while y'all come on in. Chiefing with the Chief. Here we go, Empower Records. I see y'all. It's gonna be a Chiefing with the Chief, open Q&A. We see everything that's going on. So I'm gonna give people a few minutes to get in. And I don't really have a particular topic in mind. I posted some stuff to show y'all what's taking place over the last couple of days. And this week it looked like it's about to heat up. So I was pretty much accurate on the September-October timeline that I was seeing. Now they're giving every indication that they're finna roll out the disclosure arrest part, rounding up the last little vestiges of the ones who thought they had some semblance of power, right? So I'm gonna take the first person, Sock 7.
What's good, Chief?
What's going on with you? Hold on one second. My sound gotta be my. Okay, go ahead.
This is Chief Sock tapping in from Seattle, and I wanted to just say thank you for all the information you've been dropping. We've been super tapped in, and one question that I wanted to ask you specifically for me is my lineage goes back specifically to Sunjata Keita, right? And so Abu Bakr II, as I've done my studying, I've looked into it, and there seems to be like a huge land claim, right, for the land that Abu Bakr, quote unquote, had. I heard somewhere that he had millions of acres in his possession. Do you know anything like about that and its like connection to the Washita, and if that land is ever going to get realistically established, or if we have to come back and basically establish that for ourselves?
Okay, first of all, Abu Bakr didn't land in what's called today North America. Abu Bakr was the brother of the richest king from West Africa. What was his name? Uh, I don't know. I can't right now. I can't.
So
I'm drawing
Mansa
a blank.
Musa,
Huh? Mansa
Mansa
Musa.
Musa.
Yeah, yeah. So Abu Bakr was Mansa Musa's brother, and he came over, and he had something was called the ruler spear. It's a particular spear that was carved by the shaman of the tribe to show the royal authority of the tribe. And when the settlers came, colonizers came, they located that spear in South America.
Okay.
And he had children and multiple wives from the Americas. So
Okay.
it's an island close to Brazil that got a lot of his offspring on it, descendants. And then going on into South America, he had royal rights through marriage to rule over a sizable portion of that. But he had rulership rights. He didn't have land rights.
I see. I see. Okay. Okay.
The women
Okay.
he was married to retained their land rights.
I see.
So that was passed down matrilineally.
I see.
Right. I've been telling people on the west coast of Africa has been marrying and intermingling with the eastern shoreboard of the Americas and the islands for thousands of years. So we would definitely have some phenotypical and genetic markers that's similar. And then the majority of the West Coast African tribes oral traditions say they came from over here,
Mm. Mm.
right? So They giving us they Eurocentric Romanized worldview with the out of Africa theory, right? The out of Africa theory was designed to leave the rest of the world up for conquest outside of Africa.
Right.
So
Right.
nobody owns anything outside of Africa because the original people they saying is from Africa. But that
Right.
was before they came up with the enormous amount of wealth discovered in Africa. And it wasn't called Africa. Wasn't called Africa until after it was divided up at the Berlin
Right.
Conference,
Right.
right? So when they divided it up, they named the continent Ifriqiya, which is Arabic for the divided lands,
Mm.
because they
Mm.
divided it up in the Berlin Conference.
Mm.
Most of us forget that it was Berber Moors that was ruling Europe at that time. And these Berber Moors was using Arabic terminologies with an English twist on it, what they call a transliteration.
Hmm.
And the
Okay.
purpose of that is to confuse you about what the word means.
So you'll find a lot of Qurans with different transliterations.
Well, the Qurans are controlled by the Arab scholars, but it was created by the Catholic Church, right? And a lot of Muslims get upset when I say that, and they say that the Catholic Church had nothing to do with Islam. But they don't have no answer for where they get a Quran from when they murdered all the Hafiz and burned all known copies of the Quran. So what Quran you got now? Who wrote that motherfucker?
Right. Exactly. Yep.
Right.
Hmm.
So, um, but the advisors to Muhammad in the Hadith was all Catholic priests. Khadijah was a nun who the church gave her wealth back to marry Muhammad. His number one scriptural teacher was her uncle named Waraka, Ibn Hanifi or something like that, or
Okay.
Nafi or something. But his name was Waraka. So when you read in the Quran, when they say, Muhammad, if you have any doubt in what we tell you, consult with the scholars from the scriptures of old. They tell you to go to the biblical scholar, which was
Right.
Waraka, right? So it was all a construct because they couldn't control the temperament of the people from the Middle East using the Catholic religion. It wasn't strict enough to give them the control they need. So that's why they got the Quran. The Muslims got to pray 5 times a day. You can't live your life and every time you doing something, you got to stop and bow down and kiss somebody's ass. Right? That's not living.
There's no way. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Because we was all here before, so what was happening before that whole school of thought came through, and that was my first thing in the Islam because my middle name is Malik, right? And that was something that my dad said came to him when he was naming me, and then all of this really unraveled, and I found out about the roots that I had, and I found out of the Maliki school of thought, and I'm wondering how did they get so deep into where you see the situation in like Afghanistan where they have women that aren't even allowed to really uncover themselves like that. So do you think that that could have been a part of really taking away from the matriarchal like effect of what they had power over?
You know, you familiar with the Hijra?
Mm-mm.
The okay. So Muhammad count uh, Islamic years according to the Hijra. The Hijra was a incursion on elephant back into Mecca to overthrow the heathen. The elephants end up losing because some birds came and dropped some flaming stones on them. That's metaphor for the tanks that was rolling across the land was bombed by air support. Right, the elephants is representing of the matriarchy. So when it's telling you that the matriarchs was marching into Mecca, this is when they replace Alat as the deity in the Kaaba with Allah.
Oh snap!
Alat was first, but when they write it in the Quran now, it was the three sisters, and they the daughters of Allah in the Quran. So their presence is still in Islam,
Yeah,
but their prominence was switched in the Hijrah.
dang.
So when they switched, the patriarchy switched to the matriarchy was overthrown by the patriarch. And this is when they said they took and cleansed all of the 360 idols, which was Tehillim, which is family totem statuary, right? And they serve more purpose than just religious worship. They was
Yeah,
power symbols for that family or that clan. And when you hear about Solomon marrying all them women, and then he was taking on certain stuff from them, right? He
right.
was getting a family power structure. So now, as a chaos magician, he got all these different families magic to draw on because they've all gave him a sacred relic as the king, as a dowry for the wedding,
Exactly, exactly.
right? The the crown prince, that's the heir to the throne, he don't pay dowry for wives. The women pay dowry to be part of the first family,
Right.
right? And they pay their dowry, but they also have to know how to get along with the rest of the women because
Hmm.
he's gonna have more than one wife, whether he
Right.
want them or not. That's called the solidification of political power, right? So Solomon wasn't just marrying women to have sex with them.
Yeah.
He was marrying them to consolidate power from the different matriarchal lines because they got the land rights, which is going to give him rulership right over their land as the king, right? So they tell us these stories, but they not telling us what the meaning of the stories are. We have to go and find other research. And this
Right.
is why they say you have to be a traveling man. That means you have to study many schools of thought. You have to travel through many schools of thought. And then you'll be able to put the puzzle together, right? And so the Islamic world, Christian world, Judaic world all trace back to the Babylonian rites of Ninursin. Babylonian blood magic, sex magic, and money magic. If you read in the Hadith, you'll see that Muhammad was fighting sorcerers and witches on a regular.
Right.
So what was he using to fight them with if he wasn't fighting them with spears and sticks?
Just talking, just debating with them. Just because
No, he
then he
wasn't
spent.
debating with them. They was casting spells on him.
Dang.
So what was he doing in response to them casting spells on him?
Retaliating?
He had to do some form of magic.
Yeah. Exactly.
He had to have, at bare minimum, protection magic, which takes you to Uman and Thuman in the well, and the 13 knots in the rope.
So what's
It
about
was a
what's this?
conjure war taking place.
So then, what's the story of Jonah and the whale? Then, because he was sent to Nineveh to clean them of their sin. So then, what does that story actually break down to?
The the quintessential Jonah in the belly of the beast. They say it's a whale, but the word translates properly in English as beast, right? But we're really talking about a system, the beast system.
Hmm.
When you in under the control of the beast system, you in the belly of the beast. You go to Revelation and say, many of you will be thrown in jail for my name's sake. For saying my name, they're gonna lock your ass up. For speaking righteousness, they're gonna lock your ass up. That's the belly of the beast.
Dr. Malachi Z. York.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
They know they're gonna, if you try to do what's right under the beast system, gonna swallow you whole. But the good thing about it is now he got to regurgitate them and give them access to all of the healing technology to revitalize their youth in their elder age, which is gonna give them a second puberty. That's gonna give them a Benjamin Button effect. And people are gonna be talking about they clone because they don't have an understanding of what's taking place. Spirit
Mm,
science is too big for the little mind.
yeah.
Yeah.
Dang.
Did I answer questions for you?
Hey, man, that wraps a couple things up, but I didn't know about the Allah in that with the Hijra, and I really wanted to understand really about how women really have gotten so much taken away from them in Islam. When at the end of the day, Len, this is all going to come back, and especially when I looked at it, and I'm like, yeah, Jesus is ISIS. So what's really about to flip? It's
Yeah.
crazy, and yeah, it's time for the matriarchs to get back in power. So yeah,
So
I'm
the
excited.
Sufi orders has been maintaining the matriarchal ritual rites, but men have been doing them, and the man can't bring heaven to earth. That's the woman's job.
Mm,
We can live in the heaven on earth, but the women got to call heaven down to earth because it's tied to her vagina, the
the portal.
portal of life. So
Yep.
when the prime creators speak through that womb, now earth have to respond through human solar communication.
Dang.
Yeah, but go look that stuff up I was talking about. You gonna see everything I told you is in the doctrine.
Most definitely. Most definitely. And if you know about Chief Seattle or Chief Sock Seattle, you know how they did him. So it's like at the end of the day, that's my main focus is how can we can get Seattle back on track and get this stuff back in order, get things connected, reconnected, because it's so diverse over here in the West Coast. And there's been so many people like even Sir Mix a lot, has done a lot, like just being an example to a lot of people. So I know that things are going to just keep playing their role out here. But yeah, we're excited, bro.
Look, this shit about to come to an end. Just keep your eyes open, keep your head on the swivel. Don't fall for the banana in the tailpipe, and you'll be all right. I'm gonna take
Most
another
definitely.
caller now, bro.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you,
All
G.
right. Biggest Mr. Biggin. Hey, Linda Wiggins. Yeah, you finally caught the chief live. You gonna come up here and talk to me about something?
Chief Rod, Chief Rod.
You gotta turn your video on, player.
All right, I got you. Is it on?
Nope, I don't see you. Can y'all see him? If y'all can see
See
him,
me?
give me a fist in the comments because I can't see him.
Still can't see me, Chief?
Mm-mm. Oh, I know why this sound ain't right. Hold on.
Can you hear me?
Say something.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right.
I can't
Well, it's
see you
all.
though. I can hear you, but I can't see you.
As long as you can hear me, it's all good. I,
They
I
can see
was
you
just
though. The people can see you. So let's go ahead
okay.
with it.
Cool. All right. I've been receiving some downloads, Chief, and I want to get your opinion on them. I've been receiving some downloads saying that a lot of the, I guess I don't want to call it the reset, but a lot of things are gonna happen on the St. Louis turf. And I live in St. Louis. But I wanted to get your opinion on. I received a download on Mississippi. I heard you say something about Miss Isis pie on
Mm-hmm.
Mississippi. I
That's
received a down. I received a
that's like okay.
download.
So what do I mean when I say Miss Isis on pie?
I don't know. I kind of want to get your opinion on that too. Kind of want to get more of what you were saying on that.
Okay, first let me tell you what that means, then I'm gonna let you finish what you're telling me.
Go ahead. Gotcha.
Okay, when you look at a circle, pi is the distance from the center of the circle to the outer ring,
Right.
right? When
Okay.
I say Miss Isis standing on pi, that's the queen mother, the mother of the king, standing her position on the home turf.
Right.
360-degree circle around her. She's standing on pi. She's standing at the center of the circle.
Okay. Okay.
Okay,
That
now,
kind of that. Okay. Go ahead. Keep going.
figuratively, what that's making representation to, and when I use it, it's my mother's heritable birthright, point ground zero being Magnolia, Mississippi. So when I say Miss Isis standing on pi, I'm talking about my mother as the queen mother of my family's inheritance.
Right. Right. Right.
And the 360 degrees circle touches the Appalachians on the east, the Canadian border on the north, and the Rocky Mountains on the west.
Okay.
Right. But then it also goes into the Gulf of America, formerly known as the Gulf of Mexico.
Oh.
So it's telling the triangulation of a territorial birthright being identified in the Masonic codes, which ties to geometry and geography. If you don't know where your land at, then you don't know what land you claim. So you
Right.
put the pin in it at the center of pi, and then you draw the circle from the center, tying the string to the center. You can make a perfectly 360-degree circle, right? Using the workman's tools called the compass.
Okay. Gotcha. Gotcha. Gotcha.
Right.
That's
What you saying?
all right. That's perfect because I was gonna go into that. I received a download saying, okay, I received a download and it kept telling me, look at Mississippi, look at
Mm-hmm.
Mississippi. So I heard what you said about the Miss Isis pie, but then when I looked at it as well, I saw M, I saw two caduceuses.
You saw two what?
Is that what they call the two stakes and the pillar?
That
Caduce, ain't that a
caduceus.
caduce? Yeah.
Yeah.
So M, two caduceuses, I guess you would call them, and then pi, and then also St. Louis's area code is 314.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm only about 20 miles from Cahokia Mounds. And also, it told me look at the water first. So I live right by the Mississippi and the Missouri River. And if you know, those two rivers are just as long as the Nile.
That's
Missouri is
called.
actually the first longest river in the United States, and Mississippi is the second.
Yeah. So where they meet at is referred to as the junction of the two Niles.
Yeah, the confluence. The confluence.
Yeah. Most people don't know that the Kemetic plateau was developed as a replica of America by Tahuti.
Right, right, right,
Right. So it's smaller than the whole of America, but all of the monuments is made up based on things that was over here.
right, right, right. Okay. So so what do you think about that Mississippi as the caduceus? What would that mean with
So the
if it
caduceus is an ancient symbol. It's a serpent that wraps around a snake. The original caduceus looked like a dollar sign almost.
right, right.
And
Not the two snakes, just the one snake.
right.
Okay.
That's the called the staff of Asclepius,
Okay.
right? And it's the same symbol Moses used to heal the Israelites when they told him to wrap the serpent around the staff.
Right.
The symbol is talking about genetics and healing, homeopathic healing,
Okay.
right? When you see the serpent wrapped around the egg is a different symbol. The egg is symbolic of the world egg or the universal egg of creation. The egg means infinite potential. So the serpent is wisdom wrapping around the infinite potential of whatever it is to be birthed from the egg. Then you
Yeah.
have um, the double caduceus, which they use in modern medicine with the two wings on the top. The double caduceus is the symbol for the DNA helix, and the two wings on the top is the left and right hemispheres of the brain.
Right.
And then you have what's called a nodule or a knot or a ball on the top, which is the symbol for the pineal gland. So when the pineal gland on, that's when they say that both hemispheres of the brain is functioning equally. Now I believe I can fly like Robert Kelly.
Okay. So do you think that all fits into the Mississippi as far as the pot? Do you think that? Okay, that's more of what I'm at. Do you think? Because the way the download was sent to me is the words is symbols, they codes, and it told me to look at the rivers first. So even with I heard Mama T when I was watching Black Magic too. She was talking about anytime she see IS, she think ISIS. Right. So I was thinking the Missouri River meet too, and it got the same thing. It got the staff with the two S's. You see what I'm
Mm,
saying? And then with the pi, the 314 is pi, and then 618 is right across the river, and that's the golden ratio, which
mm,
Brother B. Dale was talking about
mhm,
in one of his episodes. And then also I want to this one more thing too, and then I'm gonna let you kind of roll on what I just said. But and then also it pointed me toward the arch, right? So when I took a overview of the arch, the base of the arch is a womb, even to the dot where it's got every piece of the womb on it, even to the point where when you look at the womb and the water when the arch reflects off the water, it actually looks like an ankh.
mm.
This was all sent to me in a code.
You talking about the Arch of St. Louis?
Yeah, Arch of St. Louis. I'm in St. Louis.
Okay, I'm just making sure I'm on the same page with you.
Yeah, Arch of St. Louis. If you look at the overview of it, it's actually it's a womb. It's a picture of a womb, to the
Mhm,
point where even the dot in the middle of the arch is the exact picture. I can send you the picture. But these are the downloads that I got. So I just kind of want to run them through, to you, and just kind of want to get your opinion on that, because like I said, and even this one too, even like Illinois, when I looked at the rivers, because we got 3 rivers that surround St. Louis. St. Louis is really like an island. It's only one spot you can get out of St. Louis that's not a river. So the Illinois River, the Missouri River, and the Merrimack River and the Mississippi River all surround. But even Illinois, when I looked, they told me look at Illinois, and I looked at Illinois, and Illinois was staff, two angles, staff, and noise.
mhm. So what you actually doing now is you starting to read the symbolism in the letters. So they commonly use calligraphy to exaggerate the letters to make the symbolism of the letter more pronounced. And you starting to see it now in the regular letters.
Yeah,
When you see the staff with the double serpents, it's talking about the DNA helix. Now, something critical to understand about DNA: the mitochondria, as the powerhouse of the cell, also scans the DNA, right?
right,
And this is the same way when the mother's hormonal balance of progesterone, testosterone, and estrogen shifts. That's when she know to make a boy, right?
right,
We
right.
thinking that because the father have a Y chromosome, that's going to automatically make mama birth a boy. That's not the
Right.
case.
Right. 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 Right.
If her chemistry doesn't shift to facilitate the Y chromosome, she turns the Y chromosome off and
Right.
produces the girl anyway, right? That's the law of nature. It's the mother's right to determine what's needed genetically for the next generation,
Right.
right? So this is all hardwired into what the woman is as a creator god. Me and our ruler gods. That's why we can't own the land because they one with the earth. That's why the 5%ers call them earths, right? The gods rule and they rule for the earths, not over the earths. And this is why the relationship situation then got so far out of hand because all the ruler gods, they want to rule over the earths. You don't rule over the earths. You
Right.
rule
Right.
for the earths. You become of service to the feminine, who in turn be of service to the masculine. And they create a special kind of balance which changes the frequency of the living arrangement. When y'all in close proximity, y'all creating the ark of heaven on earth. The ark of the covenant is the union of the marriage. The
Right.
marriage has nothing to do with a ritual or a ceremony. It has something to do with finding the balance in somebody else that helps you generate the frequency of heaven on earth. So that's why
Okay.
you see in the double helix, the DNA control is of the woman, but the leadership, guidance, and direction is supposed to come from the father. When the father is absent, the mother is split because she has to play masculine and feminine. She has to play both roles, which takes her from her divine feminine, and now she's in her Kali Ma Sekhmet rage and Shakti energy, and she's irritable because she can't play both roles in balance and still raise children successfully.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So, did I answer that well enough for you?
Yeah. So do you think though? Do you think those code? Because I know you said the languages were built through what you say 26 different languages built the what we call the English language or something like that.
It's more than that. The English language is the only language on the world in the world that have words from every other language outside of its original self as the building blocks of its current spoken form.
Okay, so
It's words from Latin in English, it's words from Greek, it's native indigenous words all throughout the language, it's Arabic words, Hebrew words, it's Sanskrit words, it's Chinese words, Japanese words. It's so many different words borrowed and incorporated into the English language. And that's part of the conquest. When you conquer a people, you allow them to leave some of their linguistic patterns within the language as it developed in order to convince them to utilize the language you've given them.
okay. So do you think language? Well, I guess do you think the letters that we use are more of a calligraphy or or symbolism, and we just don't look at it that way, and we just look at it like language?
It's more mathematics than you could possibly imagine in language. Language, every letter had to be created in style, shape, form, frequency, and vibration, color, and numerical value. All that's incorporated into one letter in order
Right.
for it to have a frequency when it's spoken that effectuate the purpose and the underlying arrangement of the letters.
Okay. And one more thing, do you think the area codes, just like you from the 3-1, well, I guess your I'm not sure if that's your exact area code, the 313, and the 314 and the 618, do you think they use those numbers specifically to represent those things that they represent as far as like mathematics? Or do you
Yeah.
think they just left them for codes for us and they're not supposed to be used literal?
No, they gematria and numerology. They're telling the story. The 313 in and of itself is the 7, right? But when you give it to you in the phone call, you have to always put the 1 first. That means that the area, the 313 area code, when you dialing it is 1313, then the phone number.
Right.
You with me?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, now when you say 1313, that's 1313. That's telling you that the territory covered by the 313 is governed by 2 matriarchs, 2 queen mothers. That means it's 2 women in the area called 313 that have birthed a potential son that can become a chief,
Mm.
right? So it's 2 queen mothers, 2 sons, and sometimes it's heiress, as in the case of the 312, right?
Mm.
312 is telling me that it's a 12 zodiac. That's the feminine. That's Venus, right? And the 3 is the 2 bar king. So it's a Venus. It's a girl coming off the blue house, the father line. So it's a daddy's girl in the 312, and there's 2 mama's boys in the 313. So we looking for the chiefs of the land, and they concealed and hid under the area code. The area code tell you how many chiefs is in the geography at the time that the numbers was laid down. Like when um, certain stuff happened around here, ours changed from 313, then it became 810, then it became 248. 248 is 14, which is 2 sevens, meaning 2 masters in 1 geography. So it's telling you all this stuff, but also you got other cofactors. Cofactors are things that add on to the information, like zip codes. The zip code is to zip a thing up, the zigzag at the end to close it out. So we originally was 48055, now we 48034,
Mm.
right? So what changed in the area code? Something changed, right?
Mm.
And then you go into using numerology to decode the zip code and match that with the area code, and it tell you more information.
Gotcha. 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 Gotcha, Chief. Gotcha. Gotcha. Well, you know, it's a pleasure, Chief. Like I said, I appreciate that. Like I said, I keep receiving these downloads, so I had to run it by you real quick, just see what you thought real quick.
For sure, for sure. I'm gonna go and let somebody else come up and ask a question.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
All right. Gray Wolf son, what's going on? We wear wolves, they suck blood. Ain't that something? Peace, peace.
What's up, Chief? Can you see me?
You buffering is coming in though. I can hear you though.
Okay, cool. Gonna get it going. Um, I don't really dream that much. When I do dream, I can't recall nothing. It's like it's gone. But my wife, she have dreams and she always remember them. And she had this dream not too long ago where I was on the beach and there were 2 snakes wrapped around me. I had one on the left side and one on the right side. One of them was white and one of them was pink. Um, she said that the snakes, they didn't look like they were going to attack me or nothing. Like they didn't look like they looked friendly, like they was just chilling on me and I was comfortable. So, she said it scared her, but I didn't get that feeling from it.
Would you remember being in a dream with her? Can you hear me? Phone acting up. Yo, Chief,
I can hear you.
say you remember being in the dream with her? Because you just confused me somewhere.
Nah, she was there by herself. I wasn't in the
Okay,
dream.
she okay, so she was telling you about the dream.
Right, right.
Do I still sound low?
Yeah, and it's a little laggy too.
Somebody's calling in on my other social media. You hear me better now?
Yeah. Okay, there you go. Yeah,
You hear me better now?
yeah, I hear you.
Okay. So go over the dream one more time. I got sidetracked trying to.
Okay. She said I was on the beach, and there was a snake. There was two snakes. There was a white one and there was a pink one, and they were coiled up around me. She said the snakes, they didn't look like they was gonna harm me or anything. Like they was just chilling, and I was comfortable, you know. And she said she got this. There was some lady from the Caribbean with a book in her hand. Um, then she got afraid, you know. But me, I felt like there was something to that dream. Like she was supposed to relate some kind of message to me through her dream.
Okay, so snakes mean different things to different people. Some people think snakes mean something evil is around you or in your vicinity. Some people see snakes as the old Nagas as meaning wisdom and intelligence, right? So it depends on her perception of what she think the snake means on how we will go further in trying to interpret her gene for. You understand?
No, it's a little lagging. I can still hear you. He was still talking. All right. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. I kind of had that feeling. You know.
Yeah.
I know you was talking to the other dude. You know about the rod of his previous. And I was curious about whoever this lady was. She had this book in her. So it was some Caribbean lady. She had locks, real dark. Oh,
Was she in the artistic painting of ancestors, or is it a photograph of somebody modern?
I've the way she described it, she never seen her, but she knew who she was.
You going in and out? I'm losing you on here.
Yeah, neither one of us. I don't know who she was. I don't know the way she described.
Well, the rule of thumb: anybody that brings a book in a dream state is bringing knowledge, wisdom, and growth. They don't bring books for anything to hold you back, set you back, or nothing like that.
All right,
Yeah. We got a bad connection, man. I'm gonna let you go and take you in the next person.
all right. Appreciate it.
All right. And let's see who next. Little Flower 2277. And next to speak to the chief or chiefing with the chief. I need to be chiefing on something while we talk.
Come on.
Hey, sweetie, how you doing?
I'm okay. How are you?
Pretty good. What's on your mind today? How can the chief help you with something?
Well, I have a lot of dreams about people that have passed on. So I wanted to know, like the last dream I had was about my son grandfather, and he was asking like, why didn't I see my grandson when I'm gonna see him? So I was just wondering like, why do people come to me anyway? That's not here anymore.
You ever see that movie with Patrick Swayze um and Demi Moore and Whoopi Goldberg was the medium?
Yeah.
Okay. If you remember, at first Whoopi was having she was a charlatan, a fraud.
Mhm.
But when Patrick Swayze was able to talk to her, yep, Ghost, that's the name of the movie. When
Yeah.
Patrick Swayze was able to talk to her and she spent some time communicating with him, when she went back to her office, it was packed with people that were spirits trying to talk to people in the physical because they found what's called an open channel.
So is that a
You,
good thing or a bad thing?
it depends on how you use it. You could use it for good or you could use it for bad. It's all your intentions that make the difference.
Hmm.
You can use it for great prosperity and family healing too, because you are the open channel first to your ancestors. They the
Okay.
ones who can most easily communicate with you. And then in the case of you channeling your son's grandfather on his other side of the family, meaning that his side of the family picked you as their oracle when you came into the family because
We don't
your
even
talent,
deal with each other though.
huh?
We don't even like we don't even deal with each other.
It's energetic. It don't have nothing to do with what they say to you in person.
Really?
Yeah. So you walked into their family as an oracle. So
Hmm.
the elders are the ones that tragically cross over can get messages back to their family through you, if you're willing to deliver the message.
So am I supposed to like tell them like he came to me in a dream?
I don't know, are you?
I
Because you
think
the only one can determine that. You the only one can determine if you're supposed to be delivering the message or if he's just trying to get your attention based on the something related to your son. You the only
yeah.
one, right? Um, Christina, the one right here, Sacred Secret 10, you see her?
Mhm.
Okay. She have a gift. She feels stuff,
Yeah,
right?
I remember her.
Okay. And then she translated into English and write it into this is what I'm seeing, right?
Okay.
Now, your gift is dreaming, what they call a dream walker. The
Mhm.
more you understand it, the more control you have. The more control you have, the more accessibility to using it to improve your life you have. You control it for that measure. Any
Okay.
psychic ability is for your enhancement of your life.
Mhm.
And so the more you use it, the more control you have over it, the more you control you have on it, the more useful it is to you,
Okay.
right? So it's about studying oracles, how they perceive stuff. You just getting like other people's a viewpoint of how they look at it, and it's gonna give you a broader viewpoint of how you can see it. It gives you another angle to look at the situation. But when your
Hmm.
psychic senses coming on, can't nobody tell you how to use them but you. Can't nobody tell you when to deliver the message but you.
Okay.
And if it's a real urgent message, you're gonna have an urgent sensation that you need to spill the beans. But you still have the option to say, I ain't fucking with them people. I don't deal with them like that. Eventually, you'll turn their channel off where they can't use you as a oracle
Mm,
if you keep turning down their messages, right?
okay.
But if you become an open oracle and you deliver the message, most of the messages is to help somebody, and it's rare that they send you a message that's gonna fuck somebody up. Most of the time, because oracles normally have a pure heart, and from that pure heart, it prevents people from misusing you spiritually. But physically, they'll step all over your ass.
True. Okay. Well, I guess that's it because I'm kind of nervous.
So did you get some useful answers?
Yeah, so far I did. I wish I could talk to you more, but I'm live and I don't feel comfortable.
Okay, sweetie. I'm gonna
Well,
let you
thank you.
go. I'm gonna let somebody else come up then. Okay.
Alrighty, have a good one.
You too. Mystic Dragon Sage. I like the way that sounds. Mystic Dragon Sage.
My God, oh my God, oh my God, Chief, oh my God, you brought me up.
What's up, guy? What's going on with
What is y'all? What's going on?
you?
Oh my, okay. So, first question I got is agreeable versus disagreeable people. These beings, we don't battle with flesh. We battle with forces and principalities. These beings, these women, because it's not really men that I'm dealing with right now. It's just women. Like they, because how I grew up, I can attack a woman spiritually, physically. I just sit and take it. So how do I deal with these women who are not in control with their emotions and they're very volatile towards me when I'm just trying to express myself the wrong way?
Stop trying to tell them shit. And
Okay,
most of
so
the
you
time they're rebelling against you. You trying to tell them something. Think about it.
yes,
Start asking them questions that forces them to think.
yes, okay,
Stop trying to tell them shit. When you try to tell somebody that's strong willed something, they gonna rebel most of the time.
okay,
But then they'll follow the same dummy script they've been following their whole life that keep causing them problems. They keep following that.
yeah,
But what you telling them might change their whole condition. You can't tell them nothing. You have to
yes,
ask them because
yes,
make them make the decision so that they can make the change. As long as you make a decision, they're gonna be rebellious,
yeah,
right? But when
right,
you ask the question, you know what I'm saying, that changes the way that they receive the information because now they have to give you the answer. You already knew the answer.
yes. And see, I try to tell because I knew that but what I'm trying to do is I guess I still have to learn how to deal with people so I can tell them, like we have to not attack but draw out exactly the exact spirit, like talk to the exact spirit, right? And say what you're going through, say what you're doing, say you like bring it out. And I'm still learning how to like pin point it and like tell them like that's what you're going through. Like, cause it's I swear it's pure hearted for me. Like, I'm not trying to attack you, but they think I'm attacking them because the ego in the way. So I
Yeah,
gotta learn how to
you hit
tell
them in
them,
you hitting them in their insecurities.
and I've been trying not to do that. So I guess I just gotta start doing it. Okay,
So
cool. Cause I
what
see it.
from what you describing to me, you
Yeah.
training right now. You in training.
Yes. Yes.
And the work that your heart desire is to be able to properly guide people to their best life scenario.
Mm, okay.
The
All right.
training require you to get the most rebellious cases, the hardest cases, and try to think your way through the problem instead of force your way through the problem. You have to know human nature, human
Yeah.
psychology, then you got to know spirit science. When you know those three, you got the GPS for helping other people.
Okay.
Because GPS is triangulation, right?
Facts.
So your emotional quotient, your EQ, your emotional intelligence is what it's referred to as, right? Is
Mm-hmm.
you know in your heart you want to help somebody,
Yeah.
right? But your warrior side keep coming up because they feel like you attacking them when you trying to help them.
Yes.
See, so now you got to strike the inner balance between your warrior self and your priest self
Yes.
because you come from two lanes and you trying to express both at the same time, which is causing you catastrophe.
Yes.
So you're going through your training phase now, but your work ain't for years to come. So now you have to be patient with yourself enough to use every interaction as a tool to learn from. And that way you won't never take it personal. Because you know spirit got you on the training program.
Yeah.
And the only person can walk you through the mastery of it is you because you're trying to master yourself in regards to being of service to others without being a detriment to you.
Yeah. That's facts. You're right. Yeah, 'cause it's been hell lately. I ain't gonna lie. It's been,
Yeah.
but okay, so there's a being that he okay, so he has never heard about you. Yes, man. He I asked him about I asked him, has he heard about you? Never. But he say the exact same things you say, like all that. But it's like one small thing, it's like he's still in a war programming. Like it's like he's still trying to fight them. I'm like, bro, all you gotta do is like just like have in your head like the war's done. Like there's nothing to fight. You feel me? Like he thinks that if we just ignore them, I mean, he thinks that like we have to like do something. But you keep saying we ain't gotta do nothing. So like it's like two of you speaking, but y'all saying two because I see the energy. You feel me? So I'm like
Mhm.
I'm trying to see what that
Uh,
is.
Different levels of growth.
Okay.
So when you look at a corn a month after it was planted, it's going to be a corn stalk there, but
Yeah.
ain't going to be no corn on that sucker. But when you
Mm,
come back after it been in the field for 6 months, now you got full ears of corn on there because it's matured,
okay.
right? So you're looking at the same plant at two different levels of development,
Yeah. Okay.
right? Because what we doing now, when I say don't do nothing, it's called Wu Wei in Chinese.
Okay.
The Wu Wei means doing nothing in order to accomplish something. You're not doing nothing just to be doing nothing. There's an end game to it.
Yeah.
So every warrior with the warrior spirit goal is to become the general, the strategist, and master in the war room so he never had to fight the battle on the battlefield.
Yeah. Facts.
So as we say, it's better to win one battle by strategy than a
Mm-hmm.
thousand battles by combat.
Mm-hmm.
So you want to become the master strategist,
Facts.
right? And that's part of your ability to communicate with other people because you need to learn how to follow orders and give orders.
Yeah.
You got to learn how to follow orders so you understand when you're giving the order, is it actionable or is it a bunch of gibberish that they got to try to do the best they can and figure out what you said?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So that's the way of the peaceful warrior. The way of the peaceful warrior is not to run from war. It's to out strategize the enemy so you never have to fight the war.
Mhm. No, that's real. I love that. I thank you. How do you feel? How you feel right
Oh,
now?
man, I'm chiefed
I
on
love
cloud.
it. I love it. I
I'm
love it.
doing
I love
fine on
it.
cloud nine.
Bro, we are upgraded. It's like I don't need weed. I don't need no liquor. It just I'm high already. I be high in my room, just gone, bro. I love it.
You feeling the changes in the frequency of the planet.
Yes.
That's because you vibrate on that love frequency. It's gonna keep you giddy and high all the time.
Yes. And they be like, why you doing bro? Why you always trying to fight somebody? Chill out. Calm down. We good. Like just chill. Wait. It's the planet gonna take care of itself. And we gonna do that by take care of the planet. Vice versa, bro. So if you constantly on trying to fight something, you're gonna be trying to fight something. You just chill. That's what I try to get people to see. That's what I'm trying to get people to see.
Yeah.
But I feel
But you
like
know,
those are the disagreeable ones. So I'm like, what we
okay,
gonna,
now
you feel me?
here's your coldest practice test.
Okay.
Talk to a group of children between the ages of 6 and 8.
I was just cool with my homeboy.
Hold on,
Homeboy, he
hold
was
on,
young.
hold on, hold on. Pay attention.
Okay.
The level of communication it takes to get a point across to them.
Okay.
Every adult you see is 6 years old until their conversation shows you they different.
Thanks.
Because the school system starts the Arrested Development Program at 6 years old.
Okay.
So everybody is locked in as an adult 6 year old. And that's
That
why
makes
you
sense.
got fully grown people doing childish, dumb shit.
Yes. That makes sense.
So if you can sit down with children and explain complex ideas to them, it's the same patience required and the same um, breakdown of the words to the smaller delivery to make it easier for them to grasp. That's how you got to talk to these grown folks.
Yeah.
Because if you talk to them like they're the same maturity level as you, intellectually, when they intellectually arrested at 6 years old, you're gonna be frustrating yourself all the time. You're gonna
Yeah.
stay frustrated because you're not gonna know how to explain it to them where they can understand it. Because smart people sound like a total lunatic to dumb people, and most dumb people don't know they dumb, and that's why they can't do nothing about it.
Yeah.
You can't change
Definitely.
nothing. You can't change nothing that you don't know is wrong.
Facts.
As soon as you know that, oh, I'm stupid, I can do something about that.
Hmm.
Oh, I'm scrawny, I can do something about that. Oh, I'm obese, I could do something about that. But if you
Hmm.
don't know it's there, there's nothing you can do. So when you start off with the presupposition that everybody's 6 years old until they show you different, that means in the course of the conversation, the person you're talking to that you start off that's an adult that you started off communicating like they're 6 years old, they gonna bring the conversation up to their level just by the communication they return back to you. And before you know it, you're talking adult to another adult. Otherwise, you just talking adult to child. And that's why a lot of these relationships not gonna work, because you got adult children with tantrums. They don't understand ain't no such thing as a 50-50 relationship. It's a 100-100. It's a hundred
Hmm.
hundred.
It's
If you gotta
real.
hide something from your partner, you're not ready to be in a relationship.
Not at all. At least you
Because
had something for yourself.
yeah, because you look, if you gotta hide stuff from your partner, that means you sleeping with your enemy.
Mm. Mm. Not real talk. That would hit for.
So how you gonna be at war with the world sleeping with your enemy? But if y'all match each other all in,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? The one who is the most skilled in the area take the lead, that's all.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not the one to organize the party. She
Yeah.
is. That's her lane,
Yeah.
right? Now, when we get to the party, I can entertain,
Mm-hmm.
I can cook. You know what I'm saying? I clean up after the fact. That's what I can do.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not finna be on the phone calling folks talking about come to the party and none of that. I'm sending out the invitations. I'm not finna do it. I don't. My give a fuck meter to associate with groups of people is not that strong. It don't even move. So it's hard for me to put together a function because
Yeah.
I don't give enough of a fuck.
Yeah. Okay.
So once I know what I'm good at and I know what she good at, we be good together.
Facts.
The man got to learn his woman. If you don't learn when you get a woman, the glue to the relationship is the stuff y'all go through and y'all work through together.
Yeah.
That's what make the relationship bond so tight, right? Because when you go through it together and y'all solve the problem together, it builds up what's called the relationship self-esteem
Okay.
because it's confidence in each other. And as that confidence grows, it also expands the heart chakra. And it
Mm-hmm.
directly affects the children growing up under that energy in
Mm-hmm.
the positive way.
Yeah. I
See,
feel it.
these new relationships, they want to live their life separately together.
Mm.
That's not going to ever work because your interest is going to change separately while y'all together. And then you're gonna say, "Oh, I fell out of love with her," or she's gonna say, "I fell out of love with him." No, you didn't. Y'all didn't go through struggles together that becomes the glue that binds the relationship permanently.
Yeah.
So y'all grew apart,
Okay.
you know. So it's all in the energy. But that goes with learning people because, and that's also you got to be tolerant your
Mm-hmm.
partner and you got to be willing to allow them to make mistakes and they got to be willing to allow you to make mistakes unless y'all both was looking for somebody perfect. In that case, the only person y'all can marry is yourself because you're the only perfect person for you. Ain't nobody more perfect for you than you. So if you need a perfect mate, you need to marry yourself. But if you're willing to allow a person to make mistakes so y'all can grow together, that's a whole nother animal because it make the fruit of the relationship sweet and juicy, right? That's the kind of
Yeah.
relationship that make men conquer kingdoms for the love of his woman.
Yes. Yes. That's what I need. Yes, sir. Ski.
And you're not ready for a polygamous relationship if you can't handle a monogamous relationship.
Nah, I'm already knowing it. I ain't finna
There's so
try.
many people that think that's the answer, though. It's not the answer,
I would try
right?
it just
Because
to do it,
because
but I know. I
yeah,
know.
if you can't go all in with one person, you won't be able to run a household with multiple
Mhm.
personalities.
Facts.
But if you can solve problems together with one, and y'all can fix stuff and love on the babies together, and y'all don't have no issues in that regard, y'all can bring another person in that feel the same way y'all did, but it got to be about the children. It can't be about the grown folks.
Mhm.
It got to be about everybody coming in for the welfare, best interest of the offspring. That's
Facts.
what the relationship's supposed to be about. But the people make it about the adults. You already had your day in the sun, your big hurrah. You turned out to be shit. You nothing.
Oh my god.
So ain't no sense of letting all of that life you wasted go to waste when you can be of service to the children.
Pour it into
You be
them.
of service to the children and you pour into them to become everything you failed at. That's breaking generational
Yeah.
curses like a mofo.
Yes. Yes. Real talk. I love it.
Yeah. I'm gonna let you drop down and I'm gonna take up another caller.
It's a
I
bit,
don't know
man.
how
I
many folks they
appreciate
gonna
you,
let me
man.
take.
I appreciate everybody and everybody. I love y'all. Man. I love everybody.
For sure. Hope you learned something today, nephew.
I did all the time listening to you.
Uh, all right. Next person coming up. Thought I seen a sister in here. Airberry 94. Airberry 94. You next to one to come chief with the chief.
Hey, Uncle Rod.
Hey, sweetie. Is your
Hey,
camera on? I can't see you.
you can't see me?
Mm-mm. If y'all can see her, throw me a fist in the comments. I can't see you.
I was gonna say I can see you, Uncle Rod.
Okay. Well, let's go, sweetie. How can I help you today?
I really didn't have like nothing, like no questions really today. I just was rolling up, so I wanted to join, and then I sent a request. But how you been, Uncle Rod?
I've been good. I've been good. Taking it easy.
You said what?
Just taking it easy. Waiting on this shit show to blow.
Oh, speaking of the show, why they keep saying why they keep saying that Donald Trump had died or that he been missing? I kind of joined late, so I don't know if you already talked about that or if somebody asked already.
Nope, nobody out. So Donald Trump itinerary, they cleared his weekend schedule.
Hmm.
I don't know what day he's supposed to resume activities, but they thought that he would be doing some kind of speaking engagement for what's it, Labor Day coming up tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but he didn't do nothing, and they say you know how Trump liked to talk, but
Hmm.
he was taking care of other business, so he cleared his schedule over the weekend, and the whole world act like he had dropped off the face of the earth. And then the vice president Vance said, if anything tragic happened to Trump, I'm fully prepared to take the office as the president. But all that shit smoke and mirrors. Cause
That's what I
what?
was just about to ask.
Yeah. If Giuliani was in the car accident, I haven't heard it yet, but 9 out of 10, that was an assassination attempt because Giuliani has been the one feeding Trump information on the legalese part of how to handle the situation, and they really ain't liking that.
Yeah. Damn. Wait, and Uncle Rod too. I had sent you a video a couple hours ago, and it was this girl but she was literally talking about that is it the cigar shaped like spaceship or whatever that's got the black people on there that's supposed to be coming.
The Black Adam, I call them Black Adams.
Yeah, I was about to say the Black Adams. I feel like you kind of talked about this already too, but like, who is those people, and why do like some people be saying like they're like a part of that like group of people and they already are here? Da, 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 like those are my people. They're coming. Like, why do people say that? Like, who are them that's supposed to be coming to Black Adams?
Those are called the Sons of Inky. I did a show on Black Magic where I went into the details of the Sons of Inky descriptions and all that stuff, and how Inky used the cigar shaped craft and different things like that. They say Trump died on Twitter. I don't know. I got to check it out. I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, I was about to say that's what I've been seeing like on my timeline. People keep saying that he died, but I really didn't believe it.
Well, my question is, which Trump died?
Yeah, cause it's a bunch of them.
I know I've seen about four or five of them.
But something that in the video the girl had said, she was like she said they're coming, like the speed that they was traveling was 11,000 miles per hour or something like that. Like, so is there some significance to that? Like, because I keep hearing people talk about like the speed that it's traveling at.
Yeah, that's a ridiculous amount of speed. So those ships like that have what they call warp speed capacity, where they can move through space at a high rate of speed without causing the ship to disintegrate. So they say Trump released a statement in the midst of death rumors, saying he never felt better in his life. This this can't be right because it's dated for tomorrow. Oh, what's today now? But they
Yeah,
posted it yesterday. Oh no, they posted it September 21st, 2025, 7:46 a.m. It's only 12:27 a.m.
yeah, I was about to say it is. It's tomorrow now, but so Uncle Rod, I guess now I do got a question. We always like talk about like the families reconstituting and stuff, like us getting our businesses together, and I don't know. As time goes on more and more, like I'm kind of just trying to like you had said before, if you don't know what to do, just like sit and be patient. But like in my personal family, and I just feel like in my community and stuff, like I be seeing a lot of people still will like come to me like with their like concerns or like their grievances and stuff, and it's like I don't know. That's why I be feeling like obligated to do something because it's like I feel like I'm one of the only people that's like actually hearing other people and like hearing what they saying, and I genuinely care. But it's like I talked to you about before. I'm like I don't really know what to do.
Okay, so when people come to you and they bring their grievances or concerns to you, the first question you ask yourself is there anything in my power I can do to assist them? If the answer is no, then all you can do is just be a shoulder to cry on and an ear to listen to. But if you know how to help them and you know the solution to the problem, you tell them the solution. But 9 out of 10, they're not going to do it because they don't really want the solution. Most people just want to cry about the condition. They don't want to do what's required to change the condition because it might require some kind of effort. And when you tell people in this era to apply some effort, it's like you cursing them out.
Yeah, they hate to apply that effort.
You got anything else, sweetie, before I take up somebody else?
No, not really, Uncle Rod. It was nice talking with you though.
Okay, you too, sweetie. I'll talk to you later. There's Will. Come on up. You're the next chief with the chief. Where you at? What you hiding from the camera? Huh? Don't send no. uh, So Instagram just knocked off all of my requests, so they not letting me take nobody else up. If you want to come up, raise your hand in the chat. I'm gonna see if they'll let me let y'all up like that. Lady singing, you brave enough. All it is like having a FaceTime call with somebody. You just get intimidated because you think somebody else listening. Why does sleep paralysis happen? Your body have a chemical when you go to sleep that tells your body to minimize movement to protect you from hurting yourself. And sometimes you wake up faster than the chemical is dissipated in the blood. And until it dissipate, you'll be wide awake, but you won't be able to hardly move. It's a biochemical reaction. Let me set that letter up. Royal Enrich Queen 13. I sent you a request to see if they let you up. I got whole videos on Haiti um where we was working on closing out the Haitian Revolutionary Country. Now, if you pay attention, they had people that was interfering in Haiti's politics being arrested over here. You got barbecue organizing the gangs that what they call gangs, they're the tribes of Haiti to rebel against the government. Okay, so they didn't let her try somebody else. They might not let nobody else up. Dark Angel, see if they let you up, sweetie. Oh, that's homeboy. Dark Angel '07 Media 212. I sent you a request, see if it let you up. Yeah, so barbecue is one of the sons of Dessalines. He come from that bloodline. I have no clue who King Smarty is, and everybody got a claim to something. And if he want to claim to be the oldest being in the universe, his wisdom should reflect that. Yeah, they not letting nobody else up. Yeah, so I'm gonna wrap this one up. I just want to come on, let some people ask some questions and have a little dialogue with the community. Let's see what time it's 12:30. Yeah, so we're gonna wrap it up here. And um, Bobby Hemmett is he want to keep his privacy right now. He's very disgruntled with the so-called conscious community. Um, and he real supportive of what he see me doing, but he don't really want me to put too much of his information out because people was causing him all kind of problems, and so he just was tired of it, fed up. So he just was like, I'm done. Yes, Bobby is still alive. Yeah. All right, fam. That's it for Chiefing with the Chief 1110 Born Again Edition. Banging on wax. 8-1. Out.